He'll bring it out. It's Drake. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Houston's offense will have the football first. And we get our first look at Connor Wigman. He's coming off a tough day in which he threw a couple of interceptions and only one touchdown pass. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Back to pass. It's Wegman. Fires to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Now they'll try the right side. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. There's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Houston will be forced to punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. So the Utah Utes offense will now get its first chance with the football. A matchup that we're going to lock in on, left side of the line, and whether they can keep this edge rusher at bay. Motion from the back. They'll run for it. It's Parker. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Utes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Makes the grab and room to run. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Going to try to get it himself. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Finds his man. It's Parker. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Quarterback keeper. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Utes will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. He'll take it himself. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. At the end of a play, there is an injured Houston player on the field. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. And the Utes have pushed it inside the 20. Ooh. Sends it back in motion. On the move. Maybe some room here. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got his man on the outside. Touchdown, Utah! Ball that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And listen, if I have a playmaker running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now on the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Snags a quick pass on the left. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to ride this running back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Pulls it in, it's Thomas. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Setting up the screen. And he got it oh so close to that 1st down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness.
Got a little grass. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's going to run it. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick release on the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the 1st quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
And he's got room. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts...
There he goes! Touchdown, Utes! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to him on the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Rides the back and leaves it. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Hughes. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Under fire. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Scanning the field, it's Wegman. Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the 2nd quarter. And we take a look at how these quarterbacks are doing so far. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. First play of the period, first down here. From the red zone, it's Hughes. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Great job by the wide receiver. The windows are so small in this area of the field, and you saw him fight through the defender to make that catch on the TD.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the 2nd. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Makes the grab in their space. Ripped off a huge Sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Utes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Here's a gift to Parker. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. The run inside. It's McCray. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
This is a designed run. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got...
There's some room. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Utah. What a game he's had. Third touchdown of this one and 5 on the season. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Hold and finds his man on the left. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. After the 9-yard completion, the playbook wide open on 2nd and 1. Running inside, it's Hughes. Gets it out to the 40-yard line, give him 5 on that one. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. To throw, it's Beckman. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. First and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. They'll run it. It's Hughes. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the...
Touchdown, Cougars. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Extra point here will tie the game. All even up after that one. Basically a brand new game.
And with a tie, guess what? Back to the offense, back to the offense. Which defense can get a stop? These offenses have been humming.
And they tacked on the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. They'll start on the ground with Wayshawn Parker. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
They'll go to the counter. Got enough for the first. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Utes will have it 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They want to run this quarterback. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Utes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Quarterback will keep it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And, man, we were watching the tape coming into this game, and we saw this dude's ability, man. Now he's over 1,000 rushing. So it's not just as a quarterback throwing the football down the field. The ability to be dynamic with his legs, make big plays. He'll have us up here all game talking about his ability to make people miss and make explosive plays.
Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Parker. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback keeps it. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
Might be changing the route. A run for the quarterback. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Utes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Snagged out of the air.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems...
Shakes a man, and he might take off. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a...
Oh, they blocked the extra point. Now he can return this. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run for it. It's Parker. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
He's going to take off. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
I think he does a really good job on this 2nd down play of being very decisive, getting north-south, making the play, and now setting up a much better 3rd down. That's a play he can continue to run even on 3rd down right now.
Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. Timeout called by the Utes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Pulls and fires complete. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Here comes the heat. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Utah now calls a timeout. They'll have one left. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on second and long. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. They take a 4-point lead here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports desk. We start with the Mississippi State Bulldogs in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Bulldogs with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Now back to your game at Rice-Eccles Stadium. We figured we'd be in store for a defensive stalemate. Instead, these 2 teams have moved the football on the ground. Kind of a throwback game, and I'm not sure there's any need to change it up in the second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellows at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Just about set to start the second half. Houston will kick it away. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
I caught up with the Utes head coach coming out of the locker room. He is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Off-play action on first down. Looking for space to the left. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half for this defense.
And the Utes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Flips it out to the back. Turning it on. He stopped short, and it's fourth down.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in the...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Makes the catch, and he's free. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Dampier. He's got him in the flat. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Utes look to keep this drive humming. Gets the back moving. Caught behind the line. It's Gray. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And that last completion left him with 2nd and 1. And this is a fun moment for an offensive coordinator. The handoff as they run the counter play here. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Utes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Utah! And they take it in for 6 more points. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Houston sending the offense back onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over. Give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on it.
The run inside. It's Bray. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. Trying to keep the drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Dropping back, it's Quackman. Zings it complete to the right.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Caught in the backfield, it's Bray. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Utes will snap it on 1st and 10. A designed run for the quarterback. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Still down on the field is one of the Utah players. And that is their Heisman Trophy candidate quarterback who is down this late in the season. So many hopes riding on him. We'll have Holly check on his status. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Got his man out of the backfield. Touchdown, Utes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And he puts through the extra point.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action. Looking long. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Wegman. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to catch. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The option, he'll keep it. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Gets it to the back. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a second down play. Quarterback may change this route. Using his feet. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. Third down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The Utes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And the Utes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Still down on the field is one of the Utah players. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. The Utes with the 1st and 10. Got enough space. Touchdown, Utah! And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
The Houston offense comes onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Going for the big play. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Down in the 4th quarter. It's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. On the delay, it's Hughes. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Right back to it. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his big tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking for room. It's Hughes. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Wegman. Here's a heat. And they got him.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Holly Rowe has an update.
Down here on the Utah sideline, this is a developing story down here on the sideline right now. With this big lead, the coaches are going to the backup quarterback, and they say he has earned this opportunity. He is a team-first guy, ready when his number is called, and he is proving that he's someone they can count on. The big lead's going to get him more reps, and the coaches are vibing off of that. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Fires to the tight end. Could not make his way to the corner.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Time to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
And the Utes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. This quarterback part of their running game. Might have a chance. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Utah now calls a timeout. They'll have one left. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Now the Utes take a timeout, and they don't have any more left. Looking for a man. It's Wegman. And they got under their... And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Finds the big tight end. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. The RPO, it's complete. Inside the 30. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
This offense is putting on an absolute clinic, and defenses that have to watch this film are not going to like what they see. They've already got a big lead early in the game. 3 plays, 3 first downs on this drive. There's nothing you can say outside of this quarterback just being a student of this offense. He prepares so well leading up to game time. He's putting it all on display.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Takes the easy throw in the flat. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Cougars sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now...
There he goes! Oh, what a move to get room! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. This was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense option. He didn't really get too much of that stuff, but listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.